Welcome back today, collectors and coin lovers. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of Australian pennies. Not just any pennies, but the top 4 most valuable Australian penny coins that collectors around the world are chasing today. These coins, minted in different years, with unique mint marks and conditions, are making serious waves in the auction market. Whether they're from a rare year, a special minting error, or simply preserved in beautiful condition, each of these coins holds massive historical and dollar value. So, if you've got some old Aussie pennies lying around, you might just be holding a small fortune. Let's get started. First up, the Australia 1941 penny, a coin that, even in bad condition, is attracting serious attention in the collector market today. With a rich backstory, timeless design, and rising value in today's auctions, this coin is not only a nostalgic artifact but a powerful collectible that continues to grow in demand and dollar value. If you've got a 1941 penny tucked away, this might be the time to take a closer look because it could be far more valuable than you think. The Australia 1941 penny. This coin was minted in a year marked by the height of World War II, a period that changed the world and Australia forever. Despite the challenges of war, coin production continued, and the penny remained an essential part of everyday life in Australia. Produced under the reign of King George VI, the 1941 penny is a strong representation of Australia's wartime resilience and its growing national identity. The Royal Mint in London, along with branch mints in Melbourne and Perth, contributed to the coin's production during this era, making it not just a currency piece, but a patriotic symbol from a time of unity and endurance. The 1941 penny make it especially interesting to collectors and historians. It features the regal portrait of King George VI on the obverse side, wearing the imperial state crown, a powerful image during wartime. On the reverse, we see the iconic leaping kangaroo, along with the inscription Australia and the date 1941. This reverse design is not only symbolic of the nation's wildlife, but also a proud emblem of national identity. The bold lettering, strong imagery, and classic font style add depth to its overall visual appeal. Even in a bad condition, these details often remain partially visible and still tell the story of the coin's journey through time. The 1941 penny is considered highly collectible, especially those with clear mint marks or variations. Even though this was a high mintage year, the number of surviving examples in any collectible state, including worn or circulated, is decreasing each year. Time, circulation, and environmental exposure have naturally worn down many of these coins, making even bad condition examples valuable when paired with the right mintage origin or any unique striking characteristics. Collectors value these coins because of their history and scarcity in today's market, regardless of condition. The 1941 penny stands out not just for how it looks but for what it represents, a rare artifact from Australia's past with real emotional and numismatic weight. Now let's talk about the current market value in dollars, and this is where things get exciting. While pristine examples of the 1941 penny may fetch hundreds, even coins in bad condition are selling today for $3,400,000 depending on their mint mark, rarity, and overall appearance. Collectors and dealers are increasingly bidding on lower-grade examples due to rising interest in wartime coins. Auction platforms are showing steady demand, especially for coins from this era, and some poorly preserved coins with unique features or history have surprised many by selling for premium prices. The market value continues to rise because of growing international interest and limited surviving pieces. This makes the 1941 penny, even in worn condition, a powerful entry point into rare coin investing. For those passionate about coin collecting or just getting started, here are some smart tips for collectors looking at the 1941 Australia penny. First, always examine the coin for mint marks such as Y for the Perth Mint, which can add additional value. Even if the surface is worn, these small details can elevate the coin's status in a collection. Use a magnifier to inspect for design elements that are still visible, such as the crown on King George's head or parts of the kangaroo outline. Avoid cleaning the coin. Collectors prefer authenticity and natural patina. Proper storage is essential. Even bad-condition coins should be kept in coin holders or archival safe pouches to prevent further deterioration. Lastly, Keep an eye on auction platforms and market trends, because the price of these coins can shift quickly based on collector demand. The Australia 1940 one penny in bad condition is far from being overlooked in the modern coin world. It is a valuable relic from a time of global struggle, national pride, and economic history. With its wartime legacy, timeless design, and growing market appeal, this coin holds a powerful position in the hearts of collectors. Despite its worn appearance, it tells a vivid story and continues to gain popularity for its historic importance and surprising dollar value. If you own one of these coins or come across it in a collection or market, don't pass it by. It could very well be a hidden gem with rising investment potential. Next up, the Australia 1940 2-penny in fine condition. This is not just any coin. It is a remarkable treasure from a defining era in world history, and even today, it carries strong demand and impressive dollar value in both local and international auctions. Whether you're a serious coin collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin deserves your full attention because it holds a legacy that continues to gain momentum in the collector world. The 1942 Australian penny. This coin was minted during a crucial moment in global history, World War II. In 1942, Australia was deeply involved in the war, facing both internal and external challenges. Despite the wartime pressures, the production of coins continued steadily, serving as an essential part of daily life and economic survival. The 1942 penny was issued under the reign of King George VI, and it was produced in multiple mints, including Perth, Melbourne, and even in Bombay, India, to meet the high demand for currency during the war. This international minting effort makes the 1942 penny not only a financial tool of its time, but a global artifact of wartime collaboration and resilience. Its survival through such a turbulent period gives it unmatched historical value that resonates with collectors and historians alike. The 1942 Australian penny showcases a design that reflects national pride and strength. On the obverse, it bears the royal image of King George VI facing left, with a crown and dignified posture. The Latin inscription surrounding the portrait denotes his role as king and emperor, a traditional and respectful nod to his authority during wartime. On the reverse, we see the powerful symbol of Australia, the leaping kangaroo, captured in mid-motion, strong and bold, surrounded by the word Australia and the year 1942. Below the kangaroo lies the word penny, and some versions of this coin may feature tiny mint marks such as I for Bombay or Y for Perth. These mint marks are key identifiers that significantly enhance the coin's collectible value. In fine condition, these design elements are still clearly visible, offering a beautiful blend of wear and preservation that adds to its charm and appeal. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1942 penny stands out in the world of Commonwealth-era coinage. While millions were minted due to wartime economic needs, finding a specimen in fine condition today is increasingly difficult. Most coins from this era were heavily circulated, and many show extreme wear or damage. However, those that have survived with defined edges, visible inscriptions, and distinct design features are highly sought after. The fine grade is a strong mid-range condition that offers both detail and authenticity, making it an ideal target for collectors who want coins that reflect their age but still retain their visual power. The 1942 penny, especially with certain mint marks or deeper patina, has become a hot item among collectors who appreciate both its historical significance and growing market demand. Let's now talk about the current market value in dollars, and this is where things become especially exciting. The 1942 Australia penny in fine condition is seeing a strong upward trend in auction prices and collector listings. Depending on the mint mark, rarity of that particular variant, and overall eye appeal, the value can range from $3,400,000 or more. Coins minted in Bombay or Perth with clear mint marks often attract a premium, and buyers are willing to pay higher prices for coins that exhibit even surfaces, natural toning, and bold features. The global demand for wartime and Commonwealth-era coins is surging, and as more collectors turn their attention to the 1940s, the 1942 penny has found itself in the spotlight. Collectors from around the world, especially in the US, UK, and Australia, are actively bidding on these coins, creating strong competition and driving prices higher. It's a prime example of how historical coins are not just collectibles, they are real assets with increasing financial value. The 1942 Australian penny to their collection, or assess the value of a coin they already own. First, check the coin carefully for mint marks. The tiny I or Y can have a major impact on the coin's worth. Use a magnifying glass to look at key areas: the details in the kangaroo's legs, the crown on King George's head, and the sharpness of the lettering. Even in fine condition, these elements should still show clarity and strength. Avoid cleaning the coin. Its natural age and tone are part of what makes it valuable. Always store your coin in a protective holder, away from humidity or direct light. Consider getting your coin graded by a professional service if you plan to sell it, as certification can enhance trust and value in the eyes of buyers. Lastly, keep researching and watching the market because price trends change quickly in the world of rare coins, and this coin is absolutely on the rise. The 1942 Australian penny in fine condition is far more than an old piece of currency. It is a symbol of national strength, historical endurance, and collectible excellence. With its connection to World War II, its strong design elements, and increasing rarity in fine condition, this coin continues to shine brightly in today's action-packed collector market. Whether you're a long-time enthusiast or just discovering the world of coin collecting, this coin offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of Australia's rich heritage and potentially benefit from its rising dollar value. Its story, its strength, and its scarcity make it one of the standout pennies of its time. Thank you for joining us in this deep and fascinating look into the 1942 Australia penny. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with fellow collectors and help spread awareness about these incredible coins that are still making an impact decades after their minting. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting, and remember every coin has a story, and some stories are worth far more than you can imagine. Next up, the Australia 1952 penny in fine condition, a coin that has been gaining serious momentum in the numismatic market. This coin, though minted decades ago, continues to hold high collector interest and is increasingly sought after due to its design, historic significance, and strong auction performance. Even in today's global market, the 1952 penny stands as a prized collectible with impressive dollar value, and if you're lucky enough to own one in fine condition, you could be holding a small but meaningful fortune. The 1952 Australian penny. This coin was minted during the reign of King George VI, a monarch whose leadership carried the British Commonwealth, including Australia, through one of the most challenging eras in modern history, World War II, and the post-war recovery. The 1952 penny holds particular historical weight as it was the final year of issue under King George VI before his death, making it a significant turning point in the coin's legacy. Shortly after, Queen Elizabeth II would ascend to the throne, ushering in a new era of currency design and royal representation. The 1952 penny, therefore, symbolizes both an end and a beginning, a commemorative relic that marks the closing chapter of a monarch's reign and an important period in Australia's monetary history. The 1952 penny showcases the iconic elements that define Australian coinage. On the obverse side, you'll find the crown portrait of King George VI, designed with regal detail and surrounded by the royal title in Latin. On the reverse side, you're met with one of the most recognized and beloved symbols in Australian numismatics, the leaping kangaroo, set against a clean field with the word Australia boldly stamped above and the date 1952 below. The coin also carries a small mint mark, which may appear near the kangaroo, indicating whether it was minted in Perth or Melbourne. These mint-specific details are important, as certain combinations and placements are particularly desirable among collectors. In fine condition, this coin still retains strong design visibility and detail, making it visually striking and historically authentic at the same time. The 1952 penny in fine condition is becoming harder to find as the years go by. While the mintage was substantial, most of these coins were used in daily transactions and subjected to heavy circulation. Many examples have been worn down or damaged, and as a result, well-preserved coins, especially those that still hold sharp features and minimal surface, have become increasingly rare and valuable. Fine condition is considered a strong grade for a coin of this age, striking the perfect balance between age, wear, and preservation. Collectors are especially drawn to coins from transitional or final years like 1952 because they represent important changes in history and coin design, making them even more sought after in the marketplace. The exciting topic of the current market value in dollars. The 1952 Australia penny in fine condition has been performing exceptionally well in both online and in-person auctions. Depending on the mint mark and overall appearance, these coins are currently selling for $4,600,000 or more, with some reaching even higher prices if the coin carries any unusual features, variations, or an especially bold strike. The demand for Commonwealth coins, particularly those from the mid-20th century, has been steadily increasing across international markets. Collectors from Australia, the UK, and the United States are all taking notice of the 1952 penny's value, creating healthy competition and pushing its market price upward. As global interest in numismatic history continues to grow, this coin's value is expected to rise steadily over time, making it not just a collector's delight but also a smart investment. For anyone looking to build or strengthen their collection, here are some tips for collectors interested in the 1952 penny. First, always verify the authenticity of your coin and check for any clear mint marks, particularly those that may be located near the kangaroo's feet. These small indicators can have a big impact on the coin's value. Use a magnifying lens to examine the coin surfaces for remaining details like the crown on the king's portrait, the fur texture on the kangaroo, or clear edges in the lettering. In fine condition, these elements should still be visible and attractive. It's essential to store your coin in a dry, stable environment using acid-free holders or coin capsules to protect it from further aging. Do not clean your coin. Collectors place a high premium on originality and natural aging. Stay active in online numismatic communities and auction houses to monitor price trends and upcoming opportunities to expand your collection. The Australia 1952 penny in fine condition is a coin that continues to shine bright in the world of rare collectibles. It embodies a powerful chapter in both Australian history and royal legacy, paired with timeless design and increasing scarcity. This coin has everything a collector looks for: meaning, beauty, and growing value. Whether you are a longtime numismatist or just beginning your journey, the 1952 penny represents an excellent opportunity to own a piece of real history with strong investment potential. Its presence in auctions today is a clear sign of how highly it's regarded, and its future looks even more promising. Next up, the Australia 1948 penny in black shade condition. This coin, while often overlooked by casual collectors, has been gaining serious momentum in today's collector and auction markets. Even in its blackened, aged form, the 1948 penny is considered a powerful historical artifact with increasing value in the global numismatic scene. If you're holding on to one of these, or come across it in the near future, don't dismiss it. This coin could hold surprising dollar potential. The 1948 Australian penny. This coin was minted in the post-World War II era, a time when Australia was rebuilding and growing rapidly. It was struck during the reign of King George VI, whose portrait proudly sits on the obverse of the coin. The late 1940s were significant years for Australia as the country transitioned into a more modern, independent economy. The 1948 penny represents this shift and was a daily part of commerce and life across the nation. Produced primarily at the Perth and Melbourne mints, these coins were struck in large numbers, but very few have survived in unique and collectible conditions, especially those that feature the rich, natural black shade that collectors today find both visually and historically appealing. The unique features of the 1948 penny. On the obverse, it bears the dignified image of King George VI, facing left, with the Latin inscription that highlights his status as emperor. On the reverse, you'll find the dynamic and iconic leaping kangaroo, a symbol of strength, motion, and Australia's distinct wildlife identity, accompanied by the word Australia and the date 1948. But what truly elevates this coin's appeal is the black shade condition. Over time, some pennies develop a deep, dark patina due to natural oxidation and environmental exposure. Rather than reducing its value, this darkened tone is actually embraced by collectors because it represents originality, untouched surfaces, and decades of history preserved naturally. The rich black shade often gives the coin an antique appearance, enhancing its desirability and giving it a powerful vintage charm. The 1948 penny in black shade condition has become a rising star in recent years. While millions were produced, most have been lost, melted, or severely damaged. The coins that survive with a natural blackened surface and still maintain visible design elements are harder to come by. Collectors love coins that show age authentically without having been cleaned or altered. A black-toned coin in good structural shape, even if well circulated, holds significant value due to its historical authenticity and the aesthetic that many numismatists specifically seek. The combination of rarity, condition, and natural toning gives this coin strong collector demand, especially as vintage Australian pennies gain popularity worldwide. Now, let's turn to the current market value in dollars, and it's clear this coin is not one to overlook. In the global coin collecting scene, the 1948 Australian penny in black shade condition has been drawing increasing interest. Coins in this condition have been selling at auctions and collector shows for anywhere between $2,500 depending on the sharpness of the features, mint marks, and overall presentation. The market continues to respond positively to coins that show character, history, and originality. And as demand for mid-20th century Commonwealth coins grows, the value of this coin is steadily rising, making it not only a beautiful addition to any collection but also a smart investment for the future. Enthusiasts, or even beginners, here are some essential tips for collecting the 1948 penny. Always inspect your coin under good lighting or with a magnifier to check for visible details like the kangaroo's outline, lettering, and the crown on King George VI. The black shade condition adds charm, but make sure the coin hasn't been artificially darkened. Collectors favor naturally aged patina. Avoid cleaning or polishing your coins, as this can greatly reduce their value. Use soft coin holders or archival safe albums to store and protect them from further exposure. And finally, stay informed by watching coin auctions and following numismatic communities online to track current values and new trends. Knowledge is the most valuable tool a collector can have. 1948 Australia penny in black shade condition is not just a piece of metal from the past, it's a rare, beautiful relic of Australia's post-war era that holds real weight in the world of coin collecting today. With its deep historical roots, natural vintage appeal, and growing market demand, this coin is turning heads in auctions and private collections alike. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey, the 1948 black-shaded penny deserves a respected place in your portfolio. It proves that even coins in aged or circulated conditions can possess both historical depth and impressive dollar value.